Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in today's video we will be taking a look at what your ancestors want to convey to you. And this was a requested video, and this particular month in the Hindu calendar is also dedicated to ancestors. So it's like a perfect timing for this. So thank you to the person who recommended this. And right, coming to the video, you have three piles in front of you. You can pick according to the color of the cards, or you can pick out according to the feathers, or as we have been doing recently, you can pick according to one of these super cute plates that I'm going to place on top of every pile. I'll give you some time when it comes to selecting your pile, and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are the messages from your ancestors coming through. Now, first of all, for you pile 1, your ancestors are telling you need to forgive people, okay? The message of forgiveness is very strong because it seems like you are carrying certain really intense emotions towards somebody, and those emotions will not serve you when it comes to the long run, okay? And it's important for you to be like a blank slate at all times, not have any kind of judgment towards somebody, not have any kind of harsh feelings towards somebody, especially if you are walking on a spiritual path, okay? See what happens, these beliefs, these intense emotions sort of act as roadblocks in your path ahead. So remember to forgive everybody and to live happily wherever you are. Just be happy in the present moment. That's it. No baggages from the past, please, is what your ancestors are here to tell you. Now, in a way, they're also telling you don't make the mistakes that they have made in their life, okay? So I believe in terms of your ancestors, maybe when they passed away, they were holding some kind of grudge towards somebody. Can be very specific, but this is almost like, I see now. I see what I could have done differently. That's the message coming through, okay? So you need to sort of move beyond their patterns, like be the bigger person, and in a way be a better person than they could have been in their life, okay? So please make sure you're not holding any emotions, any excess baggage, and to leave that baggage and live happily ever after. That's the message your ancestors have for you. Now, once again, your ancestors are telling you that you are going to be shown some things that you've not known before, okay? Now, I see this in terms of ancestral secrets or things that maybe your forefathers could not pass on to you. Now, I feel like this is going to come to you through a wise person, okay? A learned person may actually reveal these things to you. Now, this could happen to people differently. Now, this could be like you are on a spiritual pilgrimage and you understand something. And this is also like ancient wisdom coming to you, okay? Now, this is something that is going to happen organically. You don't really have to go in search of it, but certain wisdom is going to be revealing itself to you. That's what's in store. Now, I'm also getting through an ancient book, okay? Revelations through an ancient book. So that's like a specific message, but that is going to be very much a part of your life and your future. Like your future is going to be guided according to this knowledge is coming forth, right? Now, your ancestors are also telling you that you're very protected, okay? Now, clearly, your ancestors are on a different realm. And from what they can see, they're like spiritually, you are very protected and you're protected by angels. So clearly, you are very blessed, and in a way, the message is cherished. So whatever you are doing in your life, whatever you're doing in your spiritual path, you're guided. It's like a team of angels surrounding you and your life ahead. So I also get an indication here from them is that anytime a particular obstacle is meant to come to you, or anything is going to happen to you which may cause harm, in a way, the angels take away that before it happens for you, okay? And I feel like a part of this is because of your ancestral blessings as well, but you're seeing that turn out in your life, but you're very protected. Nothing bad can come to you, no harm can come to you, since you have these powerful protectors in your life. But one thing that your ancestors are telling you, that the path you're choosing to walk on, you may find that people are not really in terms of what you're doing. They may feel like what you're doing is wrong, or the path that you're walking on is not right for you, okay? And maybe they will sort of attack your beliefs or attack the path that you're on, but you're being told, just be true to what you're doing, be true to what path you're walking on, because clearly this is your path and you have to remain steadfast. Yeah, so once again, Maybe your own family may not agree with some things that you're doing, the society may not agree with some things that you're doing, but it is your path and your choice. Walk in that path. Clearly, the angels are with you. And also, your ancestors are telling you that sometimes you may feel like the path that you're walking on is unknown territory. You may find yourself being a little bit lost, but you're not lost. And in fact, they are coming across as very supportive in terms of wherever you are. So they're telling you, wherever you are, it is where you're supposed to be. It is the path that you're meant to take. Don't ever feel like you've made a mistake or your path is wrong. This is your path and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And you have a lot of friends to assist you, okay? You may not be aware of those friends. In fact, the indication I'm getting here is some friends are not still available to you. So as you keep walking this unknown territory, help will be available to you from sources unknown. Okay, that's a message from there. Now, your ancestors are also telling you that you have a lot to learn, but also everything that you're learning right now in your life, okay, you are going to be almost like a spiritual guide to other people. By your wisdom, by your grace, by some kind of knowledge that you'll be having, you will be helping others, okay? So once again, you're meant to be very knowledgeable. So one thing that you have to continuously do is to devote yourself to learning, okay? Once again, ancient wisdom. So you have to really check about what your ancestors used to read. Like, this could be a holy book, or this could be something that they were personally in tune with. That's something I'm getting here, okay? But you're meant to be a wise person of ancient knowledge is what is coming through for you. Now, one thing that your ancestors are telling you, that moving forward, please make sure you are donating, okay? Donating money, donating affection. But I see this more in terms of donation to somebody who does not have as much as you do. And especially for people who suffer from any kind of ancestral curse, or the Kala Sarpa Yoga, those kind of things, please make sure you're donating food grains, especially to people. Because what will happen is, any kind of ancestral karma that you're carrying, through food donation, you will be able to reduce those effects, is what is coming forth. Remember, you have to walk out of the ancestral patterns, and one of the sure way to do it is through donation. Yeah, just give it with an open heart, with an open soul, and with a lot of grace, and you will receive the rewards that you're meant to receive in this lifetime, okay? So grace and generosity are the way forward for you. And also, your ancestors are telling you that you need to open your heart. You need to open your heart to new experiences without being afraid. Because what I get a feeling of is, it's almost like because of things that have happened to you in the past, you're afraid of doing anything. The question that I'm really seeing in your mind is, what if I fail? What if this doesn't go right? Or what if the things that happened to me get repeated? So everything happens for a reason. Sometimes it happens through karma, ancestral karma, and sometimes it's just meant to happen because it's a part of somebody else's life and you're suffering because of it. Okay, those can happen for you. So please ensure to be open to new circumstances, to new people, and also be happy about the plans that you're making for the future. Don't sort of send the energy of being afraid into the future. Send the energy of promise, send the energy of delight and happiness. And remember that always have the biggest amount of hope in God, not in anything else. Okay, so please make sure you are keeping an open heart when it comes to your life and experiences. Now, your ancestors are also telling you that your journey towards greater fulfillment is just getting started. So, one thing that you have to be very, very particular about is patience. See, sometimes what happens is you're like, okay, I just want to understand everything, I want to have everything, and I want it right now. But there is one thing called nature taking its course. So you have to let nature take its course when it comes to learning, when it comes to getting whatever you want. You are just getting started, but the process has begun. Okay, the process has begun towards your dreams and your future life. So your ancestors are telling you, please do not give up. Don't give up, even if sometimes you feel like it is happening at a very, very lesser amount of pace. Yeah, just have faith is going to move mountains for you, is what your ancestors are telling you. And they're almost telling you that any kind of wish that you have for your life, it is going to be fulfilled. Yeah, everything you want, remember, they're telling you your patience will pay off in the long run. The things that you hold close to your heart, you value a lot, is going to happen for you. Just have faith, have patience. That is their message for you. And also they're telling you, moving forward, you have very, very important choices to make. Remember that any choice that you're making, you have to make it with faith and knowledge that no matter what direction I go in, I will end up walking a path of my destiny. And destiny is something you cannot, miss out. If something is meant to you, it is going to come to you in whichever direction you walk in. So any kind of fork in the road you face, any kind of choices you make, take a deep breath, say a prayer, ask angels for protection, of course ask your ancestors for help as well, and the road forward will be shown to you. But clearly everything that happened to you in the past was meant as a lesson to prepare you for a journey forward. That is their message for you. Overall, these are the messages coming through to you from your ancestors. As always, as I wrap this video up, I want to leave you with a lot of love and a lot of prayers for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you're meant to receive from your ancestors. Okay, now your ancestors are basically trying to tell you that you are meant to live a very balanced life. Okay, so if you're giving more than necessary attention to one particular area, maybe that has to change. For example, if you're very overly concerned about your work, or if you're overly concerned about your love life, it shouldn't be that way. Ideally, there has to be a balance between everything, because it is only in living a balanced life that you will be having lived a life really well. Okay, please make sure you're making time for meditation, for peace, and for yourself to just relax. Okay, you need to relax is a message that is coming across again and again from your ancestors. Now also, your ancestors are telling you that instead of being at war with the world or at war constantly with life, embrace the essence of peace. Okay, you can make graceful and peaceful movements and still end up somewhere that you're supposed to be. Constantly thinking about it or constantly struggling to make something happen is not the way forward. Relax, breathe, make sure you're doing something every day towards your future, and surrender. That's the best you can do, because honestly that is the only thing that you can do. Stop having that mental imbalance, okay, that I need to do this now and I have to struggle to make something happen. It is not like that. Yeah, and of course you are being reminded about the essence of time. So if you have a tendency to waste time a little bit or idle away time, maybe if you're like, okay, I'm going to do this tomorrow, right now I'm just going to relax and have fun, that's not going to work. Okay, you need to value time, to cherish time, and do things in the right time is a message from them as well. Now, one thing that your ancestors are trying to tell you, and that is to sort of remind yourself that you're wealthy. Okay, you're wealthy because you have a spiritual dimension of wealth available to you, and to always remember, money for you, pile 2, comes from the divine. Yeah, and that is going to come into your life as well. Yeah, so don't sort of feel like, okay, this is only divine and it's not going to come in. It is going to come in, but once again you need to know how to utilize that money correctly is a message for you. Now, your ancestors are telling you, when it comes to living your life, you have to walk the path of traditions. Okay, now this is again ancestral traditions, valuing those traditions and following them properly. So if especially certain traditions were followed in your family and now they are not being followed, you need to correct that. Okay, because that correction is very important, and especially since this is like an ancestral messages, if you've sort of missed out on doing something, or if you're ignored doing something that has happened since your ancestors, that is something that needs to be done 100%. Do not ignore it. Okay, see, what happens is sometimes if certain traditions are missed and it's like they valued it a lot, then that comes in the form of ancestors troubling you sometimes. So be a little careful around that. Maybe ask your parents or to see if they've missed something. Okay, but make sure you're doing that. Now, one more thing that your ancestors are telling you, that you need to open your heart. You need to open your heart and receive. Okay, and if you have a tendency of giving too much or doing too much, you need to learn how to value yourself. Okay, see, sometimes what happens is when a person is available too much or they're giving too much, what they're giving is not respected. and don't let that happen to you, okay? Because your respect is in your own hands, and that's something you need to be careful of. All right, that's something that's coming forward. Again, one message that is coming for me is something to do with your Kul Devi or your Kul Dev. Okay, I know with Hindus this is very specific. If you've sort of ignored some kind of ritual around them or some worship around them, please make sure you're taking care of it, because some tradition needs to be honored is a message coming from them again. Okay, so this is like a repeated message, and with repeated messages they need to be honored is a message from them. Now also your ancestors are really telling you that you need to allow things to happen for you, okay? And this is like a radical acceptance of things. Especially I am getting this in terms of radical acceptance of some people in your life. Now you need to think about which relationships you are struggling with, okay? Maybe you expect a certain person to behave a certain way and they are not behaving in a way which you feel is right, okay? But you have to accept them for who they are so that they can accept you for who they are. So if you're expecting somebody to change or a reality around certain circumstance to change, it's not going to happen that way. So it is you who have to sort of make some kind of compromises is also a message coming through from them. And also your ancestors are telling you that they communicate with you through, sometimes your dreams is what is coming forth. So if there is somebody who sort of dreams of like, somebody who's passed away from your family or some messages coming through your dreams, it is actually your ancestors who are sort of sending those messages to you. And of course, in certain cases, this can also be messages from past loved ones. So if you get them, they actually contain some very, very valuable lessons for you. So please make sure you are paying attention to them is a message coming through as well. Now, once again, your ancestors are telling you that your spiritual path is something that you're making very good progress in. But one thing you have to be very careful of is to not absorb the energy of others, okay? See what is happening. Once again, you're making yourself too available to certain people. That's what I'm seeing here. So when it comes to your energies, you need to reserve them, and as much as you can, please try and limit the kind of time and availability you show to certain people in your life. Now, once again, this can be a very specific message, but you need to limit your energies to just few people is a message coming through as well. Okay, so don't just take care of your energies is what I'm going to tell you. Now, your ancestors are also telling you that when it comes to your future, you need to have a specific plan, okay? Now, this is not just plan for your immediate future, okay? I don't really see any kind of problem for your immediate future, but long-term future, like planning for the long-term future. Especially, I see this in terms of financial planning, okay? So, once again, the message is repeated as to how you spend your money. So, right now, if you're spending on your money on things you don't need, maybe you will sort of have regrets towards it in the future. Yeah, so long term, I see this in terms of 10 years, 15 years, like, so plan long term is a message coming through for you. So short term, there's no problem as such. Now, one more thing, this is a very important message for you, okay? When it comes to relationship, now I see a lot of relationship karma for you, and that's something your ancestors are highlighting. You need to be the bigger person when it comes to relationship, okay? You need to show grace to the other person in order for your relationships to thrive, okay? So the harmony has to come from you, because others are going to behave the way they are, right? So show grace, show gratitude towards the person in your life, and you will get it back, okay? It all starts from you, pile 2. That's what your ancestors are here to tell you, okay? And this is a repeated message, so please make sure you're paying attention to it. And your ancestors are also telling you that you need to ensure you are making time to enjoy your life, okay? If you are the kind of people who take life too seriously, or who just take the energies of life too seriously because things happen around you, make time to enjoy your life. And especially one message that I'm getting here is, if some of you had like a hobby that you've left, okay, now this is a very specific thing, like you enjoyed something and you've left it, your ancestors are telling you to pick it up again. That's a message, okay? Now again, this could be a message from past loved one as well, but something that you did for fun, something that you really enjoyed doing, and you've stopped it. So please make sure you started again is a message coming through. And once again, a very specific message: if there is a water body that you spent a lot of time around, now this could be like a pond, a lake, maybe something that they enjoyed, like your ancestors enjoyed spending time around, maybe you need to go to that place or connect with that energy. Can be like a place of worship as well, with a river around it. Okay, that's a place that you need to go to, because that's where their energy is really, really strong. Okay, so just a very specific message to take which resonates, and if it doesn't, just leave it. But overall, they want you to have fun in life. And once again, please, once again, I'm reminding you here, if there are certain traditions that have been missed, make sure you're honoring those traditions as well. Overall, those are the messages that are coming through for you from your ancestors. As always, as I wrap this video up, I'm going to leave you with my love and blessings and prayers for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that are coming through from your ancestors. All right. Now, your ancestors are basically telling you that you need to take care of your body, okay? Your body has to be in optimal form is something that they're telling you. And especially if you have some kind of aches in your body or something in your body that troubles you. Remember, this can be a message for your future as well. Please make sure you're taking care of it. And I'm getting a strong sense of just taking care of the energies. Okay, so if you have a tendency to sit in one place for too long, or you have some kind of problem with circulation, from sitting for a very long time, or one particular area of your body, please ensure you're taking care of it, and massage of that area or that place is very, very important. And remember, this is a message from ancestors, so it becomes especially very important. Now, your ancestors are also telling you that you are born to lead. Okay, you're not meant to follow people. You in fact have a very, very specific mission in your life. Like, in a way, you are going to show people a way forward, which is very different from the way your ancestors did. Okay, so maybe you are in your life heading in an entirely different direction, and maybe you are the first person who does that. So don't be afraid, even if you have to walk alone, because clearly your ancestors support your decision is a message coming through for others. And you never know, others may follow the road you lead to on is a message coming through as well. But at the same time, your ancestors are also telling you that in leading or in taking care of others or in guiding the way for others, don't forget yourself. Don't forget your own needs. So when you have to take care of your own needs, you need to give yourself what you seek. Especially, I feel like you guys need a holiday, pile 3. Okay, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you need to take some time off for yourself, just to relax and to just recharge your own batteries. And that's something coming from your ancestors. So if you can, just for the next 2 days or just one day, relax. Take a deep breath and just relax. Okay, that's a message from them. And once again, explore things within you. What do you feel? How are you feeling right now about anything? Your feelings need to be really explored is a message coming through from them. Now, your ancestors are also telling you that you are being prepared for something, especially when it comes to spiritual life. Okay, so if you guys are on some kind of meditation, or if you are doing something which is very different from what the normal world does, remember, you are being prepared for a very, very specific mission. And in a way, you are not alone. Okay, there are millions like you who are being prepared on a similar journey. Okay, so in a way, you are connected with a lot of people, even though those people are not with you. So don't at any point of time feel like you are alone. But right now, wherever you are, be in sync with this journey, because clearly you have a higher purpose in your life is what they are here to tell you. Major changes coming your way is a message from them as well. Now, one more thing that your ancestors are trying to tell you is about home. This is like a repeated message for you. Something related to your ancestral property is what I'm getting here. Okay, the value of home, finding your own home. But in a way, the message for you is, you don't really have to worry about your home, because the entire world is your home. And I get a message of travel for you, and also travel away from the place where you're currently at. So this is for people who are like probably wanting a new home. It is away from where you're currently living. It's not even in the same country is a message that I'm getting here. And for a couple of you, okay, this can be very specific. I get a strong message from the Middle East. Okay, Middle East. So Please take what resonates and leave the rest, but a Middle East home is a message coming through as well. Now, one thing that your ancestors are telling you, that in your journey forward, if you ever feel like you are lost, remember, the only thing to do is connect with your inner compass, and your inner compass will never lead you astray, because your inner compass always knows the right thing to do. And for you especially, it is important for you to do the right thing, to be very, very careful about your deeds, because your deeds are important, especially since you're walking a very spiritual path. Okay, now what you do every single day is something you need to write down. Okay, write down the good deeds, write down the deeds that are not so good, and in fact, if you feel like you're lost, come back. Okay, seek forgiveness is a message coming through as well, and walk the right path. Walking the right path is a message for you coming from your ancestors as well. And also, your ancestors are basically telling you that in the end, your desires have to come to an end. See what happens for you when you get something you ask for. You're like, immediately you want something else. You ask for something, you get it, you move towards something. So basically, when your desires come to an end, you will be liberated. Okay, so maybe curbing your desires or using them appropriately is a message coming through from your ancestors as well. Once again, a very specific message towards your body. Okay, detoxification is something you need. All right, now this can be in the form of cleansing your body, taking some kind of juice. Ayurveda is excellent, but please make sure you are, at least for the next 3 months, is a very specific message, cleaning your body of certain impurities. Please make sure you're honoring the body and the needs of your body. Okay, with good food, with food that is good for your energies, because clearly lot of detoxification in your body is needed, and that is a message from your ancestors. Once again, especially coming from the realm of ancestors, it is very important for you to have discipline in your life. And remember, our ancestors really leaded more disciplined life than we do. So they are like, what are you doing? Why are you not having discipline in anything you do? And especially around your food. Okay, like maybe you're eating food that is not good for you, or it is unhealthy for you. So this is coming as a scolding from them. Do you even know what you're doing to your body? Okay, so please make sure paying attention to your food. And once again, you need to explore the truth of who you are. Okay, really explore the truth of who you are, because I feel like somewhere you guys are lost, like you don't know what the right thing to do is and what the right direction for you is. Right, remember, look within, seek within for all the answers, but certain truths need to come out. That's a message for you. Okay, you need to go on a journey of inner discovery is what your ancestors are here to tell you. But once again, they're also telling you, in this journey of inner discovery, in this journey of finding certain answers, they are with you, and they're telling you as time passes, you will get all the answers that you seek. Okay, and one specific message is to tune your energies according to the energy of moon. Okay, work according to the energies of moon, like probably sync your body or sync your energies according to the moon energies. That's a specific message for you. Now, once again, they are telling you to take care of yourself. Okay, take care of your needs, honor your needs, because pile 3, the clear message is you're taking care of everybody else other than yourself. So honor yourself, cherish yourself is a message from them once again. And I am getting a strong message of travel. Maybe in the future for you, pile 3, you are probably moving to a different city, or you're moving to a different country, and this has a lot to do with your religious practices. Okay, maybe you may go on a spiritual trip, or you may live in a place where the religion you follow is very, very specific. Okay, maybe they follow religion to the T, or it is close to a place of worship. That's the place you're going to be living in. Okay, your future home is very close to a place of worship. That's a message for you. But you are going to travel. In fact, this is world travel also for you in your future. That's what your ancestors are here to tell you. They're telling you to walk the spiritual path, because it is in accordance to your spiritual path that your place will change. Very specific message, but overall that is the message for you. Honor the path you're on, connect with the energies of the moon, and I feel like you are going to be just fine. First of all, for the next 3 months, please make sure you're making detoxification a priority and purifying your body. And please make sure when it comes to your everyday life, you have some kind of discipline, especially around food. Very specific health messages. So please, guys, pile 3, take care. And coming from your ancestors, please, 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 please listen to them. Overall, these are the messages coming through for you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.